Cool. I am really excited to do this vlog. I have trouble looking at the camera. So, Man in Boots costume was really fun, really nerve-wracking. Spent a lot of time hating my life and wondering why I was doing it. I am not a costume designer. I don't really like. What I really like to do design-wise is properties and like just small random things. A lot of the stuff on his sled, that's really what I love. And just like painting and constructing something.
Amy is our props master. She makes anything look awesome, and everything physically that will be inside of a set, that's what she does and that's what she thrives at. But in our searching and reaching out to individuals, we haven't really been able to find someone who we have found to be super passionate about moving forward the costumes. So she's been filling in and doing an awesome job. Bless her heart, because I think sometimes she hates herself for it.
So fabric was a struggle for me, but it wasn't awful. It just wasn't like my preferred medium to work with. I actually learned how to sew at a really young age. My mom is like an amazing seamstress, and really everything I learned from my mom. So making this costume was kind of like a throwback to my childhood, where my mom would be like, you have to learn how to make these pajama pants. And I'd be like, cool, I don't want to. And then she'd make me learn anyway, which now I'm like crazy grateful for, because it gave me like the basics I needed to know how to construct some of the things I've constructed.
Once you start getting that in there, it looks better.
I think I might need to rework this though. It's looking kind of bibbish to me.
I do not know what that word means.
Like a baby bib.
Oh,
like
bibbish,
like you're about to lay into a plate of ribs.
That's all I do. You seeing the size of me? You don't get big like this by not eating.
Usually in a sci-fi, nothing looks bright and shiny. If it does, it looks that way for a reason. So that was like the same thing with this film, is we want it to look dirty, we want it to look used, we want it to look like things have just been sitting on this planet for a long time. Another thing you have to consider with painting is like things are rarely just one color. If they are, that goes back to a really clean look. But even in movies, I feel like if something's one color, it just looks really flat and you have a really harder time sculpting it. So with painting things and making it look distressed or aged, you have to add a lot of different colors so that your eye will blend it for you. It's not like all of this stuff is like super couture. It's really just like militarized, issued uniform clothing that is then enduring the elements and like surviving through those. Basically supposed to be, he's in a uniform and then he has this overcoat that protects him from the elements that he kind of made himself. And the basic concept I have for it is that he pulled fabric off of like seats and just like made this crazy overcoat out of it. One thing I really wanted to stay away from was Assassin's Creed, just because it has like a very similar silhouette, but that's not what he is. Like, he's not an assassin. And we didn't want you to see the coat and be like, oh, Assassin's Creed. I think that's another reason we made it like a more brown color, not only just to blend in with the salt flats, which is where we're filming, and the natural hue of that, but to give him an organic feel. He is connected to the world in that way. So it's been a fun costume to make. It's a good costume. It has a lot of my sweat and tears in it, not blood, thankfully. Okay, I think I'm done.
I just want to let you know that the orange box was one of the best purchases for gaming of all time. Like, if you want to see more things like this, subscribe to our page, subscribe to our Patreon, and keep watching.